Thank you so much for having us this morning. My name is Lynn Williams, and I am the Director of Development at ACTS. And we're here just to give you a brief little spiel about what we're doing and how we're doing it with your partnership. So I just wanted to give you some background on ACTS and how we started. In 2003, a group of churches, mostly downtown churches, just came together and started talking about how they're getting people calling and coming to their door every day asking for assistance. And they were doing a little bit here and a little bit there, but they felt like, how could we do this together better? How could we be more efficient and help more people? So the group came together and they did some research. They took a trip to North Carolina and found a ministry that was doing exactly what they wanted. They came back and they started planting seeds, and they started talking to more and more churches. Today, we partner with over 60 churches in Richmond to actually do what we do. They started seeing clients in 2006, and we've been seeing clients for about 17 years now. And it's amazing, and it has grown and grown and grown. I, as the Director of Development, in charge of funding, so we do, and I'll just give you briefly, we do a lot of fundraising, and we write a lot of grants, which a lot of the foundations support us because of the work that we're doing. We are working hard to prevent homelessness here in Richmond. And if you all know much about affordable housing here in Richmond, we are in a crisis. There are so many people being evicted every day, and we're working hard to try and stop that. So we are funded by a lot of foundations, but we're also funded by folks like you who go to church and hear about what we're doing and want to help. And I'm going to introduce Hannah Yoon, who is our Chief Operating Officer, and she actually oversees all our case managers, so she can tell you a little bit about the process and how people actually get the help that they need.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you all once again for giving ACTS the opportunity to share a little bit about what we do during your time of worship and service. One of the things that Lynn touched on a little bit was how our partnerships with congregations has really defined who we are. We come at each and every person who is referred to us with compassion, and we look at every single one of them as our neighbors. And one of the amazing things about this amazing congregation at River Road Baptist is how our relationship has changed throughout the years. As a social worker, as a churchgoer, I know that many of you all possibly all feel the same compassion when it comes to seeing someone in need. One of the beautiful things about what all of our caseworkers do at ACTS is it's not simply a check. It's not simply, okay, so how much do you need? We're having those very difficult conversations, the compassionate conversations that we have every day at service, within our own lives, to say, hey, things happen. How can we make a better decision in the future? What are some things that you didn't even know that you did was a simple response of you wanting to take care of your children, right? We have many, many families. A large percentage of the people we serve are single mothers, and a lot of the times we have an uptick of clients who need services right around back to school, Christmas, things like that. And really what it is we're really catching those families who don't make quite enough in order to be able to cover everything, but they make too much for a lot of the services that are available. So we're really trying to capture that missing middle family individual. And we can have compassionate conversations of, I can tell you really, really care about your children and about their well-being and their development and growth, but maybe let's try to readjust how we think about finances and budgeting And you'd be very surprised how many people are not given the opportunity to have those kinds of conversations. And that is what our caseworkers do. Not only are we helping them navigate and understand the tenant process, the utility process, but we're also having those difficult financial conversations on how to make better decisions in the future, to try to give our families and individuals the tools that they need to succeed and to thrive without us, because we know that we are finite. And so in order for everybody to thrive, we need to prepare them and provide them the tools. And so Lynn and I will be available after service in the narthex if anyone would like to come and talk with us. And thank you so much for offering this opportunity to speak with you all this morning.